Hey everyone, and this is Afra, and welcome to Afra Oasis. Woo! Anyway, guys, so you guys heard about my friend's side of things on her story, with the cyberbullying, the cyber harassment, the experiences on going on the Cuckoo Cuckoo Express, um, and everything with that. But a couple nights ago, too, on social media and stuff, and just talking in live and stuff. And my little nephew was crying in the background. He's teething. He's just a baby, right? And I'm not a mother physically, so it's hard to know what a child wants or needs. So I had to figure out what the baby would need to calm the child down. Well, this person, and this cyber bullying harassment person, um, stalker, voodoo hoodoo, person, um, involved my little nephew, thought that I was the mom and thought that I was neglecting the child. I would never neglect anyone. I would never neglect a child, especially my nephew. And especially, you do not put a baby into your drama just because they're married and it's other people's drama. You have to put a little infant into it. Like, really? Minus all of that, um I wanted to tell you my side of the story of sticking with my friend through all of all of her experiences, being her light in the dark. I'm the voice of reason. I was her voice of reason. And I was there when she needed me and to talk and to vent. I stayed because of friendship, loyalty. She's my friend. Soul ties, spiritual family. She is friends, family that I would do anything for my friends and family. Well, within the situation, the first person before the second person, the one that brought the child into it, um, we have our own group. Voice of truth, voice of hope. Me being the voice of reason and the voice of bravery. We had other voices came and go, but for protection, and I'm not giving out names. I'm not leasing their side of their story because that's their experience. But knowing that someone who also told us to stay by my friend's side and to trust in my friend and stuff, I did what I did out of friendship and loyalty and respect, regardless of being told. But yeah, I do have that um, energy of a soldier, and also to it's a lot of weight to bear. There's only so much a person can do or take, minus all the different emotional ups and downs. And someone I thought that was a dear friend, or says, you know, they were a dear friend, and everything. I know two people had the worst ends of a trauma. But all I have to say on my end is I was a loyal friend, protector, and soldier, and I don't ask anything in return except for respect. Respect from that person, but in personalities too, and in astrology, no, of the ones that's not being chased for communication, um, you know, I'm just gonna say it is what it is. How is somebody supposed to know if one doesn't receive a message? So, um, I'm always on that positive vibes, and I will always be near my friend's side no matter what. I'll always be that voice of reason. As long as my friend's happy, I respect my friends' choices and decisions. It's their life. And I have my boundaries as well. And my friend knows disrespectfully from that person, even before I'm stepping back, I'm walking away. Um, there's so many chances a person can take, how many chances you can give a person, 3 chances or more. Normally I give 2, I gave 3 out, and it just seems like it's always heartbreak each time, you find something else out. So to prevent any more heartache on my part and my inner peace, I'm kind of stepping away from hearing more details on that end of the person. If, you know, normally I would be open minded, but um, throughout the whole experiences too, I've been seeing other people's perspectives from both sides, and I've been trying to calculate my own and see the big picture and going through my own journey as well. I love helping out people when I can. I love giving energy out to people, but there's so much loyalty and respect and friendship that I can take and stuff. And that brings me to another thing that happened. I was, you know, another friend of mine, um, we were on group chat, kind of blocked me and blocked my friends and stuff in one chat. But we have another chat where we can just talk and everything else. I do respect my friends. I try to keep the peace with my friends and everything else. Um, but you don't block someone and stuff because they gotten out of a group and everything because they were talking over everyone. Like there's like 3 people, and even on technology, it's hard sometimes to hear and talk to people anyway when there's groups of people. So we have to try to find ways to respectfully listen to one another. This friend, um, you know, also like some of my other friends, we like doing card readings and everything, and gave me some advice and stuff about how in my energy that I don't feel respected. Some people don't give me respected. Well, because I'm not going to say about anything about the person or their situation, and I know how their situation is, and I do feel for I have empathy for their situation, and I hold so much empathy through people to people. I do respect them so much and so much as a friend because I'm very loyal to my friends. But there's so much where, sometimes you get one track minded on oneself and not hearing how you're being towards other people, and just talking about like one thing and just just keep on about just the same topic. And while we try to give helpful advice and stuff about time, and I was giving some helpful advice about patience, which clearly my friend didn't hear what people were saying, and they did say, be like, hey, someone else is talking or trying to talk. It's not picking up on that. Like, we were being respectful, and because, being one track minded, you just kind of forget, and that's, and there was nothing wrong with that. But this just kind of reminds me of my ex-friend just during our 12, 13, 14 or so years of friendship down, because they would say it was my fault, but that's not the case, and that's not how it went down. I know how it went down. They made it sound like, it was on me, and that's not the case, and that's not how I am. And then everybody else seen it was just one-sided. How I put so much thought and stuff into my friendships. How some people don't think I have empathy on anything because I haven't been through that before, but I've observed. And I feel. I have empathy. But I'm just trying to tell my side of the story, you guys, and in my I'm still gonna be doing tarot readings. I'm still gonna try to post insights. I'm still gaming. I still love games. Everything. I just trying to find a better niche, different like topics to do for people. So thank you guys so much for coming in, for listening. Everyone's welcome in here. A place to just relax, be true to yourself, be true, just be who you are. There's no judgment. It's just a nice, calming, relaxing place in here. Thank you guys. Until next time, this is Afra, and I'll see you when I start my live. Hopefully, I'll get live access soon, so we can go live together. Bye, you guys.